Okay, so you want to own a casino. Sounds simple enough, right? Build a flashy building, fill it with slot machines and poker tables, and let people hand you their money all day long. After all, the house always wins, doesn't it? Well, here's the reality. The global casino industry generates well over $300 billion in annual gaming revenue, with Las Vegas alone attracting more than 40 million visitors every year. Yet despite those enormous numbers, many casinos operate on surprisingly thin profit margins, and some never recover the billions invested to build them. That's because casinos aren't really in the gambling business. They're in the business of keeping people inside the building for as long as possible. Understand that, and you understand the economics of owning a casino. Most people think casinos make their money from high-stakes poker or dramatic roulette games. In reality, that's only a small piece of the puzzle. Around 70% to 80% of gaming revenue in many casinos comes from one thing: slot machines. Why? Because they're fast, require almost no labor, and are programmed with a mathematical edge that guarantees a long-term profit. A casino doesn't need every player to lose today. It just needs thousands of people to keep playing over months and years. But gaming revenue is only half the story. Modern casinos make enormous amounts of money from hotel rooms, restaurants, bars, concerts, shopping, convention centers, and even parking. In Las Vegas, some of the biggest resorts generate billions in annual revenue, yet only a portion actually comes from gambling. The goal is simple. The longer guests stay, the more money they spend. Of course, getting to that point isn't cheap. A small regional casino can easily cost between $50 million and $200 million to build. A destination resort with hotels, restaurants, and entertainment venues can exceed $1 billion before opening its doors. Then come the operating costs. You'll need hundreds or even thousands of employees. Dealers, security guards, surveillance teams, hotel staff, cleaners, restaurant workers, accountants, marketing specialists, and compliance officers all need to be paid. Payroll alone can consume more than 30% of total operating expenses. And unlike many businesses, casinos are among the most heavily regulated industries in the world. Before you earn your first dollar, you'll face extensive background checks, financial audits, licensing investigations, anti-money laundering requirements, and continuous government oversight. In some jurisdictions, obtaining a gaming license can take years and cost millions in legal and consulting fees. So where does the profit actually come from? Let's imagine a regional casino generates $100 million in annual revenue after paying employee wages, utilities, marketing, gaming taxes, maintenance, debt payments, and other expenses. The business might keep only 10% to 15% as operating profit. That's still $10 to $15 million per year. Sounds impressive. But if the property cost $150 million to build, your return on investment suddenly looks far less spectacular. One recession, one new competitor, or one regulatory change can dramatically reduce visitor numbers. Competition is another major challenge. If a larger casino opens just an hour away with newer hotels, better restaurants, and bigger entertainment acts, your customers may disappear overnight. Unlike a grocery store, casinos compete on experience just as much as price. Technology is changing the business as well. Online casinos and sports betting platforms are growing rapidly around the world. Many customers now gamble from their phones without ever visiting a physical casino. Traditional casino operators have had to invest heavily in digital platforms just to stay competitive. So should you actually own a casino? For most people, the answer is probably no. This is one of the most capital-intensive and highly regulated businesses you can enter. Success requires enormous financial resources, experience management, political relationships, and constant operational excellence. But if you have access to significant capital, understand hospitality as well as gaming, and can create a destination people genuinely want to visit, casinos can become incredibly valuable long-term assets with multiple income streams. Because at the end of the day, the biggest winners in the casino industry aren't usually sitting at the blackjack table. They're the ones who figured out that the real game isn't gambling. It's owning the building where everyone else comes to play.